Hi everybody, my name is Kathleen. Thanks for tuning into my channel, Mama Grows. It's almost lunchtime and they've eaten, but I haven't. I generally like to eat something from our garden every day. So I'm gonna go, and this is gonna be kind of a harvesting, walking tour of a late May garden. I'm in suburbia. I have a 1/4 acre, and I hope what you can learn from this video today is just how much you can grow in a small amount of area, and probably learn to eat some things that you hadn't thought of eating before. So let's go head over that way. All right, right here is a wonderful plant that I don't enjoy eating the fruit of, but I like eating the leaves from. This is called a goji berry. Goji berry. It's quite an invasive plant. I planted a small thing here 4 years ago, and it has filled this corner. It keeps trying to go around this corner, and it has traveled into the garden you will see soon. So the berries come later in the summer, and I don't like the berries. We still eat them, but I like the leaves. They have a nice green flavor to them. I don't find that they're bitter. We can eat them fresh in our salads as well as in a cooked dish. So this is how I harvest. That's probably enough of just that one ingredient. Let's go into the main garden, the main kitchen garden. Can you see over here just how much it has spread? Now this is a southern exposure. The flowers are quite beautiful. Yeah, those taste like the berries, which I don't enjoy. But you can see how it's going all the way over there, all the way over here. We've got suckers coming up everywhere. And in here, which takes us over to my Egyptian walking onions bed. We're getting to the point where the heads are starting to form, the bulbs on the top of the onions. If you don't know these onions, they're a perennial almost. They reseed themselves up to 5 times in one season. So you can make your patch ever growing and ever bigger, and you can also share with friends. Now, I use these universally as an onion in cooking soups, in broth. If I don't have a bulb onion, I go to these. Okay, I think that's enough for that. Okay, we're gonna go that way now. So this is my lettuce bed, and I did it on purpose on this wall because the heat and the light bouncing off the fence would go down into the lettuce and hopefully get them jump started faster. And I knew as soon as it was gonna start getting hot, there was a chance that they would go bitter faster, and I have found that to be true. So we've been cutting and feeding this to the animals, but the spinach is still good. We've had very little leaf miner action. I don't know why that is, but let's just pick some spinach. I like to pick from the outside first. No, because it doesn't taste good anymore. Go pick some of the purple and give it to the bunnies. I planted quite a few varieties of spinach, some real spinach, some like a Swiss chard spinach. This variety, and I don't know the name. Can you take off the dirt? Can you shake the dirt off?
By bringing it on the wood?
Yeah. I don't know which variety this one is, but it was almost going to seed like days after germinating. So there must be a male and a female plant. I don't want to break it off. I'll take you down here. But I find it interesting. Maybe you do too. So, whoop, we have this one that is making seeds along the stem. And then we have this one over here that's got quite a lot of pollen on it. I don't know if those will turn into seeds. So we've got some of these that are going to seed up here. And there's one down there. And we let it go to seed. We want to be self-sufficient here on this homestead, and that includes your seeds. Leave it in the comment if you've ever placed, if you're in the $100 club. That would be $100 seed order club. I imagine it might be quite a few of you. It's easy to do. All right, this would be our leaf miner action. You've got some yellowing, and there's a bug that gets in the middle of it and just eats in between the layers. So, oops. A little bit of a planting accident that I've just allowed to continue is I have Swiss chard in my walkways. I have a healthy Swiss chard plant right down in here. There's another one over there. There's another one over there. And I just try to be gentle with them. You pick from the outside. And especially if you pick when they're young and tender, it's just like lettuce. Maybe it tastes like beets, which means it tastes like dirt. No. We don't rip the whole plant up, honey. We pick from the outside. Pick the outside leaves so that the small inside leaves can still continue to grow up. Okay? Yeah. I've planted quite a few varieties of kale. I wanted color and beauty to my garden. So this kind, we've got a really pretty purple.
Purple and blue mixed together.
And
Well, purple and green.
is that the same? Oh, you're still I know I have like at least 3 varieties, but really only looks like I have 2. So interplanting the kale with the tomatoes. Over here in this garden bed, I have a lot of overwintered carrots. I was hoping to use them for broth and stalks, and I am gonna let some of it go to seed, but for the most part, I just want the space. So I have been working on pulling these carrots out and feeding them to the rabbits. But in here I do have a little bit of turnips. I want the greens, not the roots. And I'm kind of thinning as I harvest, but today we're gonna use the roots. I'm sorry. Today we're gonna use the green, a little bit of spicy turnip greens in our lunch.
Mom, I want some to the new bunny. Is the new bunny the one that doesn't have all its fur going backwards? It has some fur going sides and out. Is that the new bunny?
The bugs are starting to get to these carrots. They're small, they're woody, they don't taste good. So, but there is quite a lot of...
Dragonfly!
Dragonfly? Yep, I see it. That's a good thing.
Dragonfly! Do dragonflies eat some of the greens too?
Oh yeah, check that out, guys. It's amazing how much growth on the top there is, even when they're being eaten by bugs. So let's go feed these over to a rabbit. Will you carry our salad bowl, Lil? Now, if you have been following us for any period of time, you know this was a rabbit colony.
Yeah, I said come to that bunny too.
Good, thank you. Now it's just a little bit of a storage with one rabbit over there. I'm trying really hard to get all of our rabbits on tractors so that they can fertilize our lawn while mowing our lawn while feeding us free food.
Is that our kale?
Yep, this is kale. Here we go. This is a different variety of kale.
Big one.
Okay. So in this cold frame that no longer needs to be a cold frame, we have quite a lot of bok choy. We've been eating the flowers, we've been eating the leaves. Now we really do need to let some of it go to seed, but I wanted to experiment eating the pods.
Yummy.
That's delicious.
Yummy. The good thing about the stems is that they're crunchy.
Try one of these, babe. I think those are more delicious. Those are very, very delicious.
I'm just gonna pop the rest in my mouth. Like, it doesn't have a flavor, but it does have a good texture.
Really? I want to make sure we leave enough of these pods so that we can save the seeds so that we can have another harvest. Oh, look at that rabbit. Will you grab our bowl?
Kale.
Did you fed some to this one?
Yeah. I gave them the rest.
All right, where else can we harvest some food from? Okay, here we go. Over here we have some lettuce. This lettuce is still sweet. We have some beets, we have some turnips, but we also have lamb's quarter that has come up on its own. There's a few different varieties of lamb's quarter, but generally they all have kind of a goose-shaped foot. They're a thicker leaf, kind of like spinach or like a succulent. There's substance to the leaf, whereas like lettuce is so thin and just not much to it.
Mom, look. Bugs have been eating.
I know. Come over here, honey, and pick the small leaves.
That's up.
So this is auroch. It's a variety of lamb's quarter, and I love how pretty it is. It is so beautiful. Very nutritious for you. Uh-huh. No, I don't love the flavor of this. So by putting it in a savory dish or a smoothie, you're gonna hide it. But like raw, so I'm not picking the large leaves. Just the small leaves.
I love the stems. They're so sparkly. How did they get sparkly?
And it looks like it is trying to go to seed. So we will let it go to seed. What do you guys think? Isn't auroch beautiful?
And it gives it color.
So we're gonna throw some lamb's quarter.
It's a little spicy. I'll just get a medium one. Okay.
So lastly, next to this little baby peach tree and next to our rabbits, we have hollyhocks. Did you know hollyhocks are relatives to the mallow plant? They're edible, totally edible. And look how big they are. You could totally stuff something in this, wrap it, and eat it. So we're gonna throw a few of these in. I do feel like they have a spicier flavor.
If one of the leaves from this gets into the rabbit colony, they can chew on it.
Yep, they could. So, mallow is a common weed that grows everywhere in the world, and we eat it here in our homestead. I'm careful where we harvest because we do have a dog and there are birds in the air that like to poop. But you can see over here, honey, excuse me, we have lots of mallow. All right, we're gonna go in the house now and cook up some lunch because it is that time. And I will show you what we create. Okay, here it is in all of its glory at 12:30. 12:30. Oh. Okay, so we've got a little store-bought guac, store-bought tortilla, farmer potatoes. All that middle layer is homegrown. Oh yeah. So this meal turned out good. Everybody ate it and everybody is happy, and I'm happy because they ate greens from the homestead. So I hope this video was helpful to you at all. I hope you learned something. If you did, let me know in the comment what you learned new from this video. So as usual, please grow something today, even if it's yourself. I'm in the garden. What? Just a minute, I'm busy. I do try to be careful. We have a dog. Ow.